All right. Okie dokie. All right, so we're getting started. We are live in living color on YouTube, and for my students here on Zoom, welcome back to Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive right in. I usually get started looking at the dollar index. The dollar index, I always glance on the dollar index before I get started doing anything with my day in the market, because this is kind of like my temperature gauge. My temperature gauge to check to see what the US dollar is doing. And as you can see right now, it is at a critical point where we expect a rejection at the ceiling right here, to go back down based on our market structure. I'm a bit concerned because we did not respect this floor. We broke back through this floor, had a slight bit of a rejection here, but that was a fake out and it continued pushing up. We are at another level. I am very curious about this level because if it breaks this level and breaks the trend line, yes, we do have another resistance right here, but there is also a high probability that price will break that ceiling, retest it, only to start heading upwards. All right, so that's a concern of mine. And if it is that this happens, we're looking to see if the market might shift and start to trend back upwards. All right, we have been trending down for the longest while on the DXY. Ever since we broke up here, which was from last year, October, we started to decline in November, and we are where we are right now in August. We have been on the decline. Now, if we break this trend line, ladies and gentlemen, that could mean we have a shift in the trend. That is the first sign of a shift in the trend. If this all doesn't make sense, please do go ahead and check out my videos on YouTube. The very one to start with, I would suggest is Market Structure Made Easy. That will help you out in understanding how we look at the markets here beyond the charts. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if it is that this breaks, we are looking to see if the market is going to start trending upwards. If that does happen, then pairs like USDJPY will be moving up. Pairs like EURUSD will be moving. Well, actually, EURUSD should, yeah, because the USD is the second currency. And when it's getting stronger, it means that it's going down, right? The USD, this will start shifting down. You see how it's shifting down right now? Well, that is because the DXY is shifting up. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can actually see how different pairs correlate by adding them here. You can compare. See, this is as compare symbol. You can actually add the symbol here just in case y'all didn't know. You can add the symbol here and you can compare it, as you can see. You see, it's in a line chart right now. It's in a line chart format. You can change from a line chart, as you can see here, to candles, right? You can call your candles as well, but you can see how it mirrors. You see how it mirrors the EURUSD? That's showing you how it correlates. It's a negative correlation. If we were looking at, for example, USDJPY and comparing it, you'll see it's moving similar. You see how it moves similar? It's going up, it's going up, it's went down, it went down, it's going up, it's going up. You see that, guys? If that makes sense, drop a 333 in the chat for me. If that makes sense, drop a 333 in the chat for me. The significance of the DXY is the dollar index is to help you understand how the other pairs are going to be moving. All right, that's the dollar. So if you can see that the dollar is trending down, then you can more than likely anticipate that the pairs with USD in it will be moving as such, down, right? So that's a little trick that I use. I hope you guys will find some benefit from that. Let's go ahead and get back to the charts. All right. So before we get moving though, everyone get your brokers open, and I do have to add that this is not by no means any form of financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. So if you are on YouTube trying to trade along, please do so with caution. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. If it is that you like what you see and you enjoy how I teach, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Share the video with a couple others who might be having difficulty trading. People might, want to learn to trade but don't know where to start. There is a lot of information out here in YouTube. I do personal mentorship. Okay, I do personal mentorship. So if it is that you wish to trade like us and join our team, go ahead and drop it in the comments, or you can contact me. My contact information is there. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is open up our brokers. I already have mine open, and I have the pairs that we currently trade on my broker, and I have my investment amount set to what I want it to be. All right, I usually trade 3 different pairs: USDJPY, EURJPY, and EURUSD. Okay. Now, the next thing that we typically do from here is we check Forex factory and we check the currency strength meter. We check Forex factory and we check the currency strength meter. Okay. Why do we check Forex factory? Because there are 3 different ways to analyze the market. You can analyze the market using fundamentals. You can analyze the market using technicals. And you can analyze the market using sentimental. Okay. Right now, we're going to focus a brief moment on the fundamentals. So follow me on over to Forex Factory. We're going to see what kind of news events are playing out. So today being Wednesday, August the 2nd, I can see here where at 7:15 a.m. USD will have non-farm employment change. Now, usually in the first week of the month, we have major news on USD, non-farm payroll. All right, starting now, 7:15 a.m., we have USD with a red folder. A red folder, ladies and gentlemen, means high impact. When you have a folder like this, mustardish looking color, it means that it's medium impact. And when you have a yellow folder, it's low impact. Okay, so we're looking at the high impact now. So if you're trading at 7:15, be very careful. The market can take a spike. All right, up or down. Now, after we've cleared ourselves for trading at this time, 5 to 6, we go over to the currency strength meter to see which direction the currencies are flowing. All right, and I can see here where Japanese yen is at its strongest. So anything that is going to be paired up with Japanese yen, we know Japanese yen is going to win. So with that being said, EURJPY should be going in the downward direction, because if the second currency is stronger than the first currency, then we're going down. If the first currency is stronger than the second currency, then we're going up. All right. Okay. USDJPY should also be going down. EURUSD, the bars are doing something very interesting. They're neck and neck. So that's telling me that this is known as consolidation. EURUSD could be going sideways instead of trending up or down. AUD is at its very weakest, and that's also a currency we tend to look at from time to time. So for those of you who are trading on PO, AUDJPY should be selling, AUDUSD should also be selling. All right. Okay, so let's swing on back over to trading view. Keep your currency strength meter open though, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to want to reference it often while you're trading, because you could just have an arrow that pops up, or you could have a currency that just not automatically, that just strangely gets stronger than the other. All right. So you have to keep your eyes on it. So just have it in the background. I usually have it on another screen, and I just from time to time click refresh. Now let's start off with EURJPY, because USDJPY and EURJPY, they're pretty much saying the same thing as it relates to the currency strength. I want to go to the 5-minute first just to see if I have anything set up before I start my analysis. Okay, all right, cool. So because we're going down, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going down, I can identify a trend right away. I can identify a trend right away. All right, so I can see somewhat of a trend going on right here. And I can see that we're already pushing down. We've already gotten the move on EURJPY at 435 for a sell. Okay, we already got that move, so I'm not going to itch for too long there. Let's go to USDJPY. All right, USDJPY is setting up nicely. Before going into the top-down analysis, I would not want to miss this opportunity. So I'm just going to go ahead and identify the high. So this would be our high right here. I'm also looking for any imbalance that might be in the vicinity. So I'm going to turn on my imbalance finder, so I can see the only thing is up here. Okay, perfect. So we could potentially be going up to this area. Or we could be stopping right here. All right, seems like we're getting a turn right now. Guys, you would have to move quickly on this one because the 58 is approaching and it's 20 after. So it's USDJPY, 3 minutes on the clock. And 58 is right there. Okay. Reset charts. All right. All right, cool. So guys, we had to move quickly on that one. Not sure how many of you guys were able to participate in that, because I really had to move quickly in order to catch that if we were going to catch it. Let me just explain what just transpired. When looking on USDJPY, we saw that price was pretty close to our zone. We saw that it was already reacting, pushing down towards our overbought line. And we usually typically take our trades in this area. If it is that we're selling, we're taking a trade when it's overbought. And if we're buying, we're taking a trade when we're oversold. Now, what we're doing is known as options trading. And options is very unique because it's about time. We're trading based on time, not pips. So we must catch certain reactions for a specific amount of time. My strategy calls for 3 minutes. Now, when we're taking a 3-minute trade, each one of these candlesticks represent 1 minute on our 1-minute chart. So we're going to be in this trade for 3 of these candlesticks. Where did we just enter? We entered on the 58. That would have been right here on the 520 candle. So this dotted line, if you took that trade, that would have been your entry. All right. if you were quick enough to take that, that would have been your entry right there. Okay. So as you can see now, price is flirting around at or entry right at the dotted line. Okay. The 1 minute is showing a push up at the 50% line. The 5 minutes is showing that it's still pointing down for a sell to move down. Now, from time to time, this could just decide, you know what, it's going to continue to push up and head on up to the zone. But we also have a lot of imbalance underneath this candlestick, which is saying that we could potentially push on down from here as well. All right. So that is the size of it. So you're right now on your third candle. So this would be 1, 2, 3. I have Mr. Dunkley trying to get in. All right. So let's see if we're going to get the tank on this, or it is that it's not ready to set up yet. And if it isn't, then we can go do the top-down analysis and get right back to it. All right, so Nicole says she cleared 1 minute on the UJ. So that would have been this one. If you did a 2 or a 3 minute, you could have potentially taken an L on that. If you did the 2 or the 3 minute, there it drops, there it goes to drop in the last minute. The last minute is going to drop, and somebody might say, oh, but you know, I took an L on 3 minutes. I should have held it for 4. Well, you could have done that, yes, but then that would be a 4-minute trade, right? It's not a 4-minute trade, and you don't know what the market is going to do in the last minute of the 5-minute candle. So be very careful trying to change that up. All right. So market is pushing up. It could still want to push up to here, not ready to drop as yet. USD does have an arrow on it. USD doesn't have an arrow on it, which means that the potential it had to drop before with the momentum that it had may not necessarily be there. All right. So you can prepare yourself for another potential opportunity to get in, or you can wait to see if the 5-minute is going to cross this red line, because it looks like it wants to climb. All right. I'm personally going to go for this trade. I'm going to select 3 minutes on the clock. All right. All right. So I'm going to take this one. 3 minutes on the clock. I'm waiting for the 58-second. Waiting for the 58-second. 50. 3, 2, 1. I'm in the trade right there. All right. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can switch now and go do the top-down analysis and see what's going on with USDJPY. Go ahead and do this. All right, so look at this, guys. This is why I like to do the top-down analysis before all things. Look at this. You can see that price is actually shifting to the upside, right? We are above the green moving average. This is our EMA. So you can see the price is actually shifting up on the long term. We are in a daily candle that is red, which means that we should be selling, right? And you can see it here coming down. So long term, we're in the right direction. Not long term. Short term, we're in the right direction heading down. All right, we're in the right direction heading down because this candlestick is red. But what you can also notice from this, take very, 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 very keen attention to this, is that we have a wick. And that wick is indicating that there is bullish pressure right now. There is bullish pressure right now. So this is why I love to do the top-down analysis. Lessons learned today, guys. The top-down analysis is very important to help you identify which direction the market is moving in currently. All right. So if we're looking at this, we're saying, okay, price is actually pushing up from here. I can go ahead and look at my previous candle. I'm going to identify the highs and the lows. So we have a high here, 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 and here. All right, so this is your high of the candlestick. This is your daily resistance. This is also a daily resistance. This is your daily support. All right, I'm actually above my target area right now, so I'm gonna get ready. Okay, I don't need to again. I was gonna double up, but we just took a big drop. So I'm monitoring it on my broker right now. So we have the DSP. All right. So with the DSP, we can go straight now to the 1 hour time frame because we have identified our limits on the daily. This is our high, these are our lows. This is a resistance zone in between the daily resistance and the daily support. Let's drop down to the 1 minute. All right, I mean the 1 hour, sorry. So on the 1 hour, we can see that we are trending downwards. You can see that, right? I'm about to clear, boom. All right, perfect. All right, cleared the 3 minutes, wonderful. All right, so you can see that we're in a downward moving market on the 1 hour, as you can see, right? We're making lower highs. We're not making higher highs and continuing upwards. Watch this. We're not continuing upwards. We actually broke that trend and we're heading instead downwards. Okay, so that's point to note. So we're good there. Let us go ahead and identify our previous candle and locate its highs and its lows. So you can see, guys, sometimes this is how you get your sentiment now. Your sentiments are telling you, based on your top-down analysis, that the market is yes, in a downtrend short term, but it's really pushing up. Its momentum is to the upside. All right, so I would be very careful in taking trades on this. I would lower my risk because it's not going in the direction that I would like it to go. It's pushing up on the 1 hour. So far, all time frames we've been to, yes, it's a downtrend, but the candle that we're in is pushing up. Okay, we're in the 1 hour and it is actually moving up. Does that make sense, guys? How we're associating the time frames with what we're doing. So now we're on the 15 minute. All right, 15 minutes is for us to really see, okay, how much closer are we getting to our entry time frame? Our entry time frame or our analysis time frame is 5 minutes. When we are analyzing the market, we do so on a 5-minute time frame, right? When we're setting up our trade. So the 15 minutes is the closest to our trade setup. And as you can see, we're still pushing up, right? So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? It means that the momentum is to the upside right now, not to the downside. Although it is saying that Japanese yen is really strong and the USD is very weak, we can see that that's not typically the case right now in the charts. You can see, all right, we're pushing up over the last 15 minutes. This was 5:15. This is the candle we just tried to trade in, ladies and gentlemen. We tried to sell in a bullish candle. So our first trade went south. The second trade, we were lucky to win. So if you guys took that trade and cleared, kudos to you guys. I see some cleared in the chats on Zoom. I see you, D. All right. So let's drop down to the 5-minute now. This is where we are. This is where we are. Okay. And so before when we had started trading, we were trying to take a sell on one of these candles. You can see they all ended up as bullish candles. This might be the first candle that might give us the best outcome. Because this candle, as you can see, is giving us a much bigger push down on the 5-minute time frame. Hasn't crossed yet, so I wouldn't rule it as a winning candle as yet. It has to really cross and start heading down. This can turn around anytime soon, guys. This could have just been a retest of this candle's wick. You can see a little bit of imbalance is still there, This could just clean out that imbalance and just continue pushing straight up. There we go. You see how it's just turning green? Be very careful on this one. All right, be very careful on this one. So the idea here is to take this down from here. All right, back down to this zone, breaking that zone, and ultimately pushing the market even lower. If that is its intention for the day, that's what we're expecting. Okay, so for price to continue to drop and potentially break, retest, and keep moving to the downside. All right, so this candle is looking good now, guys. It's pretty close to the 5-minute RSI line. The 531 candle, 531 would have been your best entry, and you would be 2 minutes in the trade from there. All right. So let's see what the 535 candle has in store for us on USDJPY. Let's glance back over to EURJPY. All right, so EURJPY is finally now where it's looking like it could potentially give us a drop. That would be a 535 trade. Why do I say that? Because we are ultimately at the high of the zone. So we had a lot of consolidation in this area. You can see the consolidation moving sideways, market kind of confused, right? Not sure what to do. And now we're back at the zone. Now, why I'm hesitant with this one also is because look at where the imbalance is. There is a lot of imbalance right above us. Price could break out of that area, try to fill that imbalance all the way up to here before it drops. All right, so we could have a potential push up to this area before it starts to tumble on down. Okay, but keep your eyes on it because this would be the ideal place to take this trade. This is where I would want to take this trade for the highest outcome. The highest probability would be after this imbalance. Then we're also in an order block. We would be in an order block right here. For those of you who are not really familiar with the order blocks, please do come on our Profits After Dark session, 8 p.m. tonight. And that's where we talk about all things leverage trading. Okay. So as you can see, guys, we are now pushing up into the imbalance area, already completing just this bit. All right. I'd love to see if she's going to retest this floor. We have a floor over here. Retest this floor before she drops. So that's a possibility as well. So price came down, created a floor, broke it here. We could be retesting it right now for this drop. All right, but keep your eyes on that imbalance area as well. Keep your eyes on that imbalance area, family. Okay. All right. Keep your eyes on that imbalance area. So we're 1 for 1 right now. If you are behind the 8 ball on your profits, it shouldn't be by much, by a couple of cents, maybe a couple of dollars, because you should have won back a greater portion of your first trade losses. My payout is 85%. So if you lost 100%, you made 85%. So there's a difference there. 25%. So, you know, if you make another, if you decide to take another trade, that would put you into profit. But if you take an L on that trade, clearly it's time to stop trading for the day. All right. Well, that's my rule of thumb, that is. So we're testing right now on EURJPY a ceiling. We have taken care of a lot of the imbalance on this first impulse candle right here. The second one is here. The third one is right here. All right, so let's see what the market has in store for us at 540, because clearly the 535 candle is still very much bullish. Okay, let's swing on over to Euro USD real quick. Ooh, Euro USD is actually looking pretty good. Pretty good. We have a nice floor right here, which we are in. We are approaching, and in the zone right here, we're approaching the overbought line. So this is looking good for a setup for a drop anytime soon. All right, we could be respecting this zone for the drop. The greatest thing is that we are below the moving average, and you can see that we clearly have a nice downtrend that was formed. It's nice, right? Nice and sweet. All right, I could go to the highest wick, which would be right there. So you can see we have a nice little channel coming down. Finally broke this area and came back. We could potentially be retesting it. See these two candles here? I'm not a fan of those two investor candles. Those are two investor candles. So I rather go for these bottoms as well, these floors. I rather go for these floors. All right, right here. And use those as well as a potential place for price to retest. Because these are sometimes just a fake out. It's not real. All right. So because it's not real, the algorithm may not want to take this into consideration because it's just not a natural move. This is not a natural move. This big push down and this big push back up could just be investors playing around with the market. All right. And that happens from time to time when you have big money that comes in. All right. So if it respects that area, wonderful. We could continue going down with it. So that would be right here. But if it breaks out, then my next area of interest would be right here. Okay. Time now is 5:39. We're approaching the 5:40 candle, which would be the next opportunity for us to get into the market. I'm going to shift gears and go over to the AUD pairs at this time. If you guys can remember from the currency strength meter, AUD was very weak, right? While the others were super strong. So you're looking at a sell environment for AUDs, okay? Looking for a sell environment for AUDs, and now could be an actually good time to do that. It's now 5:40. All right, so you're touching this floor right now. Touching this floor right now. By the way, guys, these setups that we're doing are also very good for position leverage trading. All right, very good for position leverage trading because a trade like this would be a sell off this area. I would put my stop loss above this high, or I could use the ATR to calculate that. That's about 21 pips. You could round that off to 20. And I'd go down to the zone, the bottom of the zone here, which would be right down at this floor. That's 37 pips. Okay. All right, it's 5:40. Let's see if the EURJPY is setting up or the USDJPY is setting up. Oh, yes, the EURJPY is taking a nice drop. Taking a nice drop right here. Boom. On the 1 minute time frame, we had a nice convincing candle. All right, not sure if you guys were trading it or you were captivated with the lesson, but this is giving us a nice respect at that area. The 5 minute is pretty high up there. So I did not personally get into that trade as yet. But it is in a nice position right now. We need to see it drop from here. Okay, we need to see it drop from here and start going down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be taking any trades, the ideal time to take the trade is not when the 5 minute is high and mighty up here. This is showing that there's still a lot of bullish momentum. Okay, once you leave the 50 and you're pushing up, I'm down here, guys, follow me, down here. If you're pushing all the way up, that's bullish momentum. That momentum kind of seizes and stops and starts to die when the price starts to push on back down, worse when she crosses the red line at 70%. That shows us that we're starting to head to the downside, just like we did from here down to here, or from here down to here. Okay. All right. So with 3 minutes on the clock, you would end at 5:45. If you're going to take a convincing candle trade from here, that would be only 2 minutes. That would be on your clock. And now we're not really 2 minute traders, But some people in here, they like to do 2 minutes, even 1 minute trades as well. You must be very, very, very skillful in doing that and be prepared to do it. Okay, be prepared. Not, oh, let me do it. Boom. No, that's not how it works, guys. Okay, it's not how it works. You got to be prepared to do it. All right. So that's EURJPY. Let's look at USDJPY real quick. Okay, it too is giving us that nice push down. So USDJPY could potentially be a nice possibility. All right. Pushing up. All right, going way up. 1 minute on the chart. Let's go short. See? All right, so there we have it, right, guys? So it's pushing up, not ready yet. So we got the convincing candle here at 542. But you guys can see price is still pushing up. We're in this little slight upward movement. Let's look at EURJPY on the 1 minute. All right. So EURJPY also has that little slight push up. So there's a lot of movement to the upside, guys. A lot of upward momentum is still in the market. If you took the trade for the sell, you could have a possibility to do what we call a double up right about now. You would do it in 3, 2, 1, right? You'd have to do your double up right there. If you didn't, then you probably missed the opportunity to do the double up. And double up is usually how we save our trades, guys. It's a nice little technique that I use. When you really learn it, it can save you. It can save your trade. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cleared the EU with regular entry and the double up. Wonderful. Way to go, Graham. Going to demo. No problem. That sounds like a good idea. So that would have meant that if you did 3 trades, cleared 2, took an L on 1, that means you're in profit. At that point in time, ladies and gentlemen, you switch over to demo mode. All right, because now you want to secure your profits. You don't want to give anything back to the markets. All right, that's how we do it over here on Profits Before Sunrise. We don't try to give away our money. We try to keep money. We try to make money. We try to multiply money here. That's what we do. All right. So you can see EURJPY just started to consolidate, guys. The market is not moving favorable this morning with the moves that we like at 5 to 6. You can see how it's been moving. Let's go to the USDJPY and have a look at that. You can see also here how it's been moving. All right. We like when the market gives us these turns, these reversals, right? This sideways movement consolidation doesn't work well for us in the way we trade. All right. We like one reaction to one direction, up or down, not sideways. Meaning one candlestick goes up, next one goes down, next goes up, next goes down, next goes up, next goes down. See, we like a transition like this. Up, right? Down. All right, that's what we like to see. Look, up, that's what we like to see. Down, that's what we call runaway trades. All right, that's what we like to see, guys. So you can see on the 1 minute USDJPY is above the green line, indicating that we are truly in a lot of upward momentum. Here, because on the 5 minute, it's telling us what we need to do, but the 1 minute is showing that we have some bullish momentum. So your possibilities of winning those trades just declined. Please make a note of that. All right, let's switch on back over to the 5 minute. All right, so I doubled up on my entry just now and cleared. I just went back to it. So we have, so I'm 2 and 1 right now, guys. 2 and 1. You can see that there's a reaction on this, and it's just dropping from here. We cross the 5-minute line. You can see we got this cross one time. We got a fake out. It pushed back up, and we got the cross again, and the market is now dropping at 5:45. That was a much better trade opportunity at 5:45. Okay. Came up to the zone, did not necessarily give us the reaction at the zone we wanted. But again, guys, there is bullish momentum in the market on USD. USD has an arrow. USD has an arrow on it. And anytime you have an arrow on your currency strength, it means that it's getting stronger. So if it had the propensity to go down and it has an arrow getting stronger, means that that momentum is decreasing. Okay. All right. Let's go back to EURUSD. All right, so EURUSD gave us this continuation to the downside, looking good. All right, gave you a nice reaction here on this red bearish candle at the trend line, but we're still seeing some stubbornness to drop on the second candle. You can see it's trying to push up. All right, so we just wait and see what that wants to do. Guys, patience is the key here. All right, patience is the key here. I got another student saying they cleared the UJ. All right, awesome, awesome. So ultimately, guys, that's about the size of it. It's now 550. We have cleared, we have cleared 2 trades out of 3. We took an L on the first one, and we're just waiting to see what the setup would be like for these. Now, I'm really liking how this is setting up for leverage as well. The only thing is that I have to watch it based on the momentum that it has. Okay, this is also looking like a nice head and shoulder pattern. So let's just see what this is going to do in the next couple of minutes here at 6 o'clock. If we respect this ceiling and start to drop from here, then wonderful. We could take this down for the sell on leverage, and I will post that in the group. I will post I'll post that trade idea. All right, it'd be lovely if that happens. I'd love to see it happen, so we could kickstart the morning with a nice position trade here. But given this momentum it has, guys, I really want to see that momentum die. All right, I need to see that momentum die. So this 1 minute, you see how it's just staying level at that area. You guys can see that, how it's just staying level at that area. It just doesn't want to break it, but it has the propensity to break it. You can see how it's pushing more up. It's respecting it, but it's pushing up slowly. You can see this. You can still see the pattern of it moving up. The momentum is there. The moment, ladies and gentlemen, that arrow goes away on USD, the moment that it gets stronger. Well, we're looking at an AUDJPY here. So the moment the USD gets really strong, that's when we're looking for that drop. So we do have an up arrow on USD, which is telling us that we should be going down with AUDJPY. So let's just patiently wait to see where she wants to go. And when we start to get that turn on the 5-minute, because we haven't turned yet, you see it's pointing straight up. Once we get that turn, which I'm suspecting might be at the 90% line, which we're at right now. Once we get that turn, we could see that drop. Okay, it is now 5:52. Let's see what she wants to do. But I'm definitely liking this trade, guys. I'm definitely liking this trade. Worse AUD so weak. Yeah. Have a lot of imbalance to the upside too, but see how it turned at the 90, guys? See how it turned at the 90? Yeah, I'm really liking this for a leverage position downwards. Okay. All right. And that would be a 39 pip move. Call it almost a 40 pip move. Risking 20 pips to make 40. It's like a 1 to 2. So that was AUDJPY. Super powerful. AUDUSD. You can also see a nice drop coming there. Okay, so we're at a critical moment right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a major pivot point right now. And we could respect that and drop, which is what I'd like to see. But we also see that price is actually pushing more to the upside. So I'm patiently waiting to see if price wants to continue moving down or if it's going to continue moving sideways. It's moving sideways right now. You can see green, red, green, red, green. I need to see red now. You guys get that? You see the pattern I'm looking for? If it's consolidating like this, and we do know that the USD is stronger than the AUD, there's a higher likelihood for it to drop. When it's going to drop, we don't know, but that's what we would look for. All right. All right. Time now is 5:55, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. That's profits before sunrise. We went 2-1 this morning, 3 trades taken. If you cleared the 2, awesome. If you took an L because you did not get to double up that last one, no problem. We have another session coming on tomorrow. That being Thursday. Wow, the week is already done. The week just started and it's already done. Tomorrow being Thursday, we're gonna have another profits before sunrise. Possibly we're gonna be having the waltz, and then we're gonna be having profits after dark. And ladies and gentlemen, on the that'll be what day? That's not Independence Day, is it? No, Independence Day is on Sunday. So on Thursday, the 3rd, we're going to be having another session. And then on Friday, guys, Friday is the amazing breakdown. That's the training of Ready, Set, Go. That's where we're going to dive into the strategy, break it down, down, so we can all understand each and every single aspect of the strategy and we can utilize it well in our session. All right, in our trading sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, none of this happens without a sound trading plan. So if you're following me, you definitely need to have a plan because as you know, the old adage goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to fail to plan and you have to plan or else you're going to fail. All right, you have to plan for your trades. Before you get on the chart, you have it written down. You know what your goals are. You can't be fiddling around with that when you're on the charts, guys. The chart is a focus time. Chart is when you're on the charts, that's when you're executing, you're being decisive, you're making decisions when to whether to buy or sell. It's no time to try figure out what you're going to risk. It's not no time to try and figure out how much you're willing to lose for the day, right? It's no time to try and figure out what your reward is for the day. That should already been done. Once you get to the charts, ladies and gentlemen, it's business. So if you fail to plan your trades, you're going to fail your trades. All right. So let us start having complete discipline towards our trading plans. Follow it to the T. If you need a reminder, print it up, paste it. All right. Study your trading plan until it becomes habitual to you in your memory. All right. No problem, Kat. I know you came on to observe. Your thing is later on tonight. I got you. You know, I love when we have students who come on to multiple sessions, even if they trade that we are not. Why? Because they see the value. They see the value in the knowledge and the information, and they take the meat and spit out the bones, right? They take what they can use and they utilize it in their trade. All right. And they utilize it in their system. Guys, look, AUDJPY is giving us the move as we suspected. Price is now moving. All right. At the close of the candle at 6, you can make the decision if you want to take that for the sell on leverage. But as you can see, it's starting to move in our direction. It has ceased pushing up. If we break out of this little consolidated zone right here and start to drop, it'll be all money. All right. All right. Cool beans, guys. So that's a sell. Let me see. Am I connected? I don't think I'm connected. No, I don't think I'm connected. All right. So that's a sell leverage trade for you guys. I'm probably going to jump in off this session, and I'll post those to the chats. All right. All right. Much love to each and every single one of you guys. Much love and respect. If you liked what we went through today, go ahead and like this video. Hit the subscribe button so that anytime I post any videos, you get notified. I drop a lesson probably once a week, twice a week, but every single week we go live on a Wednesday. So if you want to see us trade live on YouTube, come join us on a Wednesday. That's where we dive into the markets. And again, remember, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk. Past results do not guarantee future results. All right, please be very careful when you're trading. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 6 o'clock. That was my time. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the trades. And most importantly, I hope you learned something. All right. So with that being said, may the divine forces in me greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. Ashe family, have an amazing rest of your day. This is Mark with the C. I'm out.